Okay, so this is the first video for the mix and flow of matter. So here's just a quick little overview concept map. There's a lot of information on here. You guys will get a copy of this. I think it's very good to be able to see what's going on and to be able to see the connections as to how this whole unit relates together. So to begin with, we're going to talk about fluids in our world. So what are fluids? A fluid is usually a liquid or a gas or is anything that has no fixed shape. It resists deformation and can flow or take the shape of their containers. So for example, air takes the shape of a balloon, right? As well as, liquid will take the shape of your cup. So liquids form a free surface, a surface that is not created by their container, while gases do not. The distinction between solids and liquids or fluids is not easy. It is usually made up by examining their viscosity of the matter. So an important application of a fluid is its resistance to stress applied to it is Pascal's law, which is something that we talked about in our past unit. So this explores the effects of pressure on a fluid state. So we talked about transporting fluid. Transporting fluids, they help us move solid materials. So a mixture of water and a solid is called a slurry. The transportation of solids in water is called slurry technology, which has many important applications. Forest fires are fought using a fire retardant slurry to help put out the fire. So there you can see that the plane there is dumping this fire retardant slurry over the forest fires. And mining in Alberta tar sands provides a good example of how slurry technology has helped industry. Originally, conveyor belts were used to transport the oil sands from the mine to the processing plant, but slurry technology has made this type of movement less expensive through the use of a slurry pipeline, pumping oil sands from the mine to the processing plant. So essentially what they do is they take these oil sands, they blast hot water in there, and then they move the whole slurry, so the solid oil sand material and the water through this slurry pipeline, which goes along to the processing plant. So when we talk about processing fluids, they take the shape of the container that holds them. So because of this, they're very useful when making other things. Many solid materials are originally prepared as liquids. So glass, steel, and concrete are examples of solids that were originally prepared as liquids to shape them easier. When they are cooled or dried as a solid, they are then in the form or shape that they need to serve their purpose. Froth formation, on the other hand, is a method used to process minerals by separating using surfactants and wetting agents. These are things that we will learn about later, and this separation method makes processing complex or mixed ores economically feasible. So materials that using fluids, so fluids flow as they do, and they carry materials along with them. We talked about toothpaste as an example of such a fluid, and it has a binder which is made from wood pulp that keeps all of the ingredients that make up toothpaste together as it flows out of the tube and into your toothbrush. The next video we're going to talk about the properties of fluids. Thanks for watching.